tools to choose from for importing data within Salesforce. They are found in both Salesforce Classic and in the Lightning experience. Both administrators and end users can use the Data Import Wizard. A more robust option is the Data Loader. This is a client application available to users with admin rights and downloadable from the setup pages. Here's a quick chart comparing the tools. The Data Import Wizard can import anywhere from 500 to 50,000 records at a time, depending on the type of records being imported. If you've got more than 50,000, use Data Loader. Depending on what field you choose for matching, the Data Import Wizard can catch duplicates. The Data Loader matches only on record ID and will not catch duplicates of names. With the wizard, you have the option to turn off workflow. With Data Loader, you'll need to remember to deactivate your workflow rules from setup before you begin your import. If you need to export data like record IDs, you'll need to use the Data Loader. And if you need to import objects not supported by the Data Import Wizard, such as opportunities or cases, you'll also need to use the Data Loader. In this demo, we're going to download Data Loader from our Salesforce org and look at it in more detail. In Salesforce Classic, click Setup and use the Quick Find box to locate Data Loader. In Lightning Experience, click the cog, choose Setup Home, and use Quick Find to locate the Data Loader. Click to download the appropriate version for PC or Mac. Once we've installed it on our computer, we can access it through the Start menu or from a desktop shortcut. Launching it, we can choose from any of the following. We can insert new records. This is the command we'll use for importing. Each record that is imported will be assigned a unique Salesforce ID. We can update existing records. Updates are done by first matching the ID in the file with the ID in Salesforce, and then updating that record with the new information in the file. The upsert command allows us to insert new records and update existing records in the same operation. We can delete records, and we can export them. Export All includes data which you have in your recycle bin and any soft deleted records. Under Settings, you can change the default operation settings of the Data Loader. We will keep the defaults as is, but for more information on this, search for Configure Data Loader in Salesforce Help. Let's start with Insert. We'll be prompted to log in using our Salesforce username and password, as well as the required security token. Here we choose which object to import. You can only import one type of object at a time. We'll choose Account, and then we'll locate our import file. We'll start with an import file that only has 5 records in it. This way, if we have any errors, we can fix them before we try and import a large number of records. After Data Loader initializes the file, it will give you a count of how many records will be imported. If this number does not match the number of records in your file, you should close out of Data Loader and check your import file. Next, we'll map the field names in Salesforce with the columns in our import file. This Auto Match button will try and match them for you. For anything that isn't matched, we can drag and drop the correct fields from the top to the bottom. In this step, we'll choose where to save our success and error files. It's a best practice to save files to a place you'll remember and rename them, since Data Loader will always name them success and error. And if you're doing more than one import, it can get confusing. The final screens list how many records were imported, giving us a total tally of successes and failures. Checking the success file, we see that the Salesforce record ID has been added to the data. Let's keep this file for future reference. We may need to match this record ID with contacts or opportunities we want to import. If we have errors, we can open this file to see what caused the problem. Then we can fix the problem and try to re-import. There are a few things to remember about the Data Loader. Data Loader recognizes only one field for the street address, So if your import data has address 1 and address 2 fields, those must be combined before you begin your import. Data loader matches on record IDs only. So if you're upserting, that is to say you have new records and updates to existing records, you must have the record ID for the existing records, so Salesforce can match the updated information to the right record. Workflow will fire on any records that meet the rule criteria. For example, if you have a workflow that sends an email to finance every time a new account is created and are importing 50 accounts, then finance will get 50 emails. Be sure to turn off workflow rules if you don't want them to execute. To learn more about data import, check out the whole video series at sforce.co/data import and come